Hello, my name is Anita Peters with Peters Realty Professionals in Loganville, Georgia, and I have some beautiful homes to share with you today. Information deemed reliable but not guaranteed. Hello, my name is Anita Peters with Peters Realty Professionals in Loganville, Georgia, and I have some beautiful homes to share with you today. Information deemed reliable but not guaranteed.
Making it green is making sure the air in your home is healthy for your family to breathe. Make sure you test your home for the presence of radon. It's easy. To learn more, call 866-730-GREEN. Preserve your family's health and well-being. Get your home tested. Now that's living healthy and green.
Green, green, green. It's your home, it's your dream. Radon testing, keep it healthy and clean. Make it green, green, green.
To learn more, call 866-730-GREEN.
We'd like to welcome everyone here this morning to this, as we call it, a historic event for not only the city of Walton Grove, but for the Walton County. And we are looking forward to it. We've been working hard on this little project for many years. It's now come to pass. So we just want y'all to, we appreciate you coming by and being with us today. I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Jimmy Parker, or that you're going to Kevin to speak now.
I'll just give you a little summary of the project. Make this brief. Walnut Grove has been working on developing a sewer system since I've been involved with them. I started working with the city in '04, and I think it dates back to Councilman Dimsdale said 1999 was when they cast the first vision to create a sewer system here in Walnut Grove. And those of you that may not be aware, Walnut Grove and a lot of West Walton has a geological issue known as shallow bedrock, and you can see it if you drive up and down 138 or 81, which makes commercial septic systems not very feasible in this area of the county, and it's limited growth in southwest Walton. And I think the city's had this vision. A lot of the local property owners have really bought into it. They've looked at numerous ways to provide sewer treatment, including privatization. Back years ago, and finally in 2010-2011 was able to forge a partnership with the Walton County Board of Commissioners to develop this plan and collection system. The actual plan will be located on Forester Cemetery Road, which is directly across from the parkway here. That's a 60-acre site that was acquired by the city and the county. The sewer collection system will run back up Forester Cemetery Road all the way across under 138 all the way up to the parkway just at the bottom of the hill. That'll be the initial collection system, and from that point, as development occurs on 81 or 138, that system will be expanded to serve those needs. The project budget is about $1.9 million. The bids did come in within budget. City and county are splitting those costs 50-50, and will each own half of the resulting capacity in the plant. Chairman?
Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you, Mayor. It's a long time coming. We call this area the next frontier over here, is what we had called it, as we've been working with the previous council and previous mayors, and to make this a reality. This is a great day for Walton County because, as Jimmy said, I call it Stone Mountain, but he may have called it something else a minute ago, but it's Little Stone Mountain. I accidentally got to fly over here one day in a helicopter because there was a storm in Monroe, and when you look down, it has nothing but rock. I mean, it's amazing. And so I know that it's been hard. I know a couple of businesses had to try to put in septic over here, and they have not been able to get it in. And now with this sewer, it'll give Walnut Grove and this part of Walton County an opportunity to grow economically, and it'll just help Walton County as a whole. We appreciate everybody that's been involved and been a part of the sewer committees, and the current Board of Commissioners is working actively with Walnut Grove and with this project, and so we're excited to be here today. Thank you. Where's Paul and his helmet? I told Paul I was going to throw it on his helmet. All right. Get the dirt in the air.
Good morning, Monroe. My name is Renee Jones, and I'm the Prevention Specialist Coordinator for Advantage Behavioral Health. We were granted a grant through the state for APP, which is Alcohol Prevention Project. We have 3 strategies that we must meet for this project, and one of them is a town hall meeting, which we are doing today. One of the other 3 strategies that we do are Be the Wall, which is a positive social norms campaign to inform parents of the alcohol problem that is in the community. We want to get parents and teens talking about underage alcohol use and abuse. So it is with excitement that I welcome you to Walton County's Town Hall meeting in partnership with Walton County Youth Advocacy Board, Amy Honeywell and Lauren Welty, and the youth. The state awarded the APP grant to Advantage Behavioral Health out of 200 plus grants giving out to the in the U.S. Advantage was one of 47 counties that was awarded this grant. We are using this grant for Walton and Jackson County. To improve awareness about underage drinking, we offer parents of active teen classes for families, and the strategies that we have must be met by the end of this grant. We are doing flash mob signs to let the community know that we are involved and aware that there are certain times alcohol is prevalent, like during sports games. So if you want to help us with this, please go see Miss Lauren at the table, and we will get you signed up. Now moving on to get the town hall meeting on track and see what questions you may have about some of these topics. I'd like to introduce Elizabeth Daughtry. Elizabeth is the mother of 2 teenage sons and a busy business owner. She owns Your Sister's Closet here on Broad Street. She opened her store in 2012, and she has the original store in Covington, Georgia, which opened in 2008. She believes that teens face so many hard choices and that parents are a part of the answer to helping teens make the right choice. She's a strong champion of Be the Wall campaign, which calls not just the parents but the community into action. Elizabeth and her business partner would like to tell you more about the idea of LMK, Let Me Know. So here's Elizabeth.
Thank you. My name is Elizabeth Daughtry, and I am the originator of LMK, Let Me Know. It's a program set up to allow parents to be aware of their teenagers' driving habits. It is a bumper sticker that is very similar to the 1-800 How's My Driving that the fleets throughout the United States use today. So it's very easily recognizable. On the bumper sticker, it says, "Help keep me alive, tell my parents how I drive." It has a 1-800 number and then also an extension. Each extension is indicative to the driver of the car that the bumper sticker is on. When a passenger from another car sees some sort of affliction, they're able to call the 1-800 number and leave a message directly for the parents of the driver of the original car. It is very recognizable throughout the United States. The 1-800 number on fleet vehicles is something that people are programmed to recognize. When they see a car and they see the 1-800 number with the bumper sticker to alert a parent, they're able to call and leave a message directly for that parent. It was originated out of a need. I have a 16-year-old son who has just set his foot on the road, and we decided that we didn't want to be a victim of a story. We wanted to be proactive. So we originated this idea and we've set it into motion today into the teenagers and the parents in the community. I also have the privilege of introducing our panel. Our first guest today is O.J. Booker. He's a native of Warm Springs. After serving 2 years as Chief Operations Officer of Advantage Health Systems, he became CEO in 2014. He holds a bachelor's degree in science from Mercer University, as well as a Master's of Science from Auburn University. He also attended Georgia State, where he gained a MBA and an MHA. OJ has also held positions as CEO and COO in hospitals in the following cities: Quitman, Warner Robins, Florence, Alma, Forsyth, and Madison. OJ serves on an advisory board for the Georgia State Office of Rural Health and Athens Network. A standing member of the Rotary Club since 1995, OJ is a very influential member of the Georgia community. OJ is a very impressive man with extensive education. It takes strong discipline, and it takes a strong man to set and achieve so many goals in life. The one thing you wouldn't expect on this list is that OJ is also in recovery. He has battled his own demons and has been able to turn his personal battle with addiction into a positive outcome by becoming an addiction recovery empowerment specialist. He has come here today to discuss his experience and views on underage drinking, and I am pleased to introduce you to Mr. Oliver Jackson Booker.
Good morning. My name is O.J. Booker, and I am glad to be here. This is a beautiful place to do this. You have a gorgeous city to live in, and you should be grateful. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Advantage Behavioral Health Systems, which is a 10-county, not-for-profit community service board whose job it is to deliver services, both treatment and diagnostic treatment services, to folks in the 10-county area, including this one, with mental health, addictive disease, and developmental disability issues. But that's not the hat that I want to wear today, and the hat that I want to wear today is to tell you that I'm a person in long-term recovery. And what that means to me is that, over 22 years ago, I took my last drink of alcohol. And since then, I haven't had any liquor or any mind-altering substance of any kind. I'm kind of happy about that. A lot of people are happy about that, matter of fact. I started back when I was about 13 years old stealing beer out of people's garages. And when I was about 15 years old, I got a job at the hospital in the operating room, and one of the fellows that worked there, who is no longer alive because of the disease that I have, took me to a local bar and he gave me a beer. And that beer at 15 years old made me a man. It altered my perception of the world. And then after that, of course, a lifetime of drinking until I was in my 30s and came into recovery. But what I remember from way back when, as a teenager, I guess you could say, was that the consumption of alcohol actually made me a different person. It's very tempting to become a different person. Very, very tempting. And I know how hard it is to resist the drink. And I think we're talking about that today, the drink. Because as soon as I took that drink of liquor, I became not only more powerful, but better looking, very strong, able to leap buildings at a single bound and all that kind of stuff. Women would flock around me. I was so much better as a liquor drinker than I was just a normal person. Early on, somewhere around 15, 16, I became a daily drinker, and somewhere inside me, the switch turned on. 1 out of 10 people walking the planet has a switch like I've got. And I drank to a certain point, and then the switch turned on. At that point, it was a no-return situation for me, and I was destined to drink myself to the end of that career. Going down that road, I lost a family and I lost a lot of other things. And finally, in 1992, I got into recovery, and I've been in recovery since then. But the thing that I can say about what we're talking about today is that inside all of us, I think there exists some sort of a switch. And I'm glad that I'm able to tell this story. I am able to tell this story so that people that hear can know about the switch. That's what I call it. It's cunning, baffling, and powerful. It's deep within you, and you can't see it. And it's always there for me. And it may be there for you. So be careful. Watch what you do. And please, everything in moderation. I hope that your switch doesn't turn on like mine did. I think I'll conclude with just a thank you to those of you who even took the time to come and listen. It's one of those things that I don't take for granted. And the only thing that I want to accomplish today is just to tell my story so that others can get some benefit from it.
Thank you. Now I'd like to reintroduce Renee Jones.
It's my pleasure to introduce Walton County Police Officer Lieutenant Darrell Powell. He's a lieutenant with the Monroe Police Department and has worked there since 2002, being 12 years there. He also worked for Athens Clarke County Police before that, and has since 2000. Officer Powell has worked, Lieutenant Powell has worked as an undercover, I cannot talk, give me a minute, undercover narcotics officer and as a detective in investigations. He's currently on the Monroe SWAT team and runs one of the night shifts as a supervisor. So if we could give him a round of applause.
Hello everybody, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad y'all are here. I guess what I'm going to be speaking about is what the implications are about drinking as far as the laws go. We have city ordinances here in the city of Monroe about drinking, specifically underage drinkers, but they also mirror what the state laws are as far as any kind of alcohol. If a juvenile is caught with alcohol, they can be charged with a misdemeanor. It's possession of alcohol by a minor, and that can be even if they drink it. If you smell it on their breath, let alone if they have an open alcohol container on them. If they get charged with that, it's a juvenile offense, a misdemeanor. And if anyone's familiar with the juvenile court, sometimes they can get 30 days to 60 days and be sent off to a youth detention center if they get caught with that. And then I'm sure the judge will have some kind of program they'd have to go through to complete, some kind of alcohol awareness, risk reduction type things if they get caught with that. In my time here in Monroe, it's not that prevalent of a problem that I see. A lot of people we pull over are usually adults that are under the influence of alcohol. But there's been occasions where we've stopped minor drivers who are 16, 17 years old, 18 in that range that are underage that have been drinking. And unfortunately, we have to deal with that when it happens. Generally, if a juvenile is 16 and happens to be on a learner's permit and they're drinking, we have to call the parents, let them know what's going on, and they come to the scene. And then they get read in a card called implied consent. Anytime they get their driver's license, if they get pulled over and you smell the presence of alcohol, they are required to submit to the state test or they lose their license for a year. So typically, if we do smell the presence of alcohol, it doesn't really require a lot. I don't know if a lot of people know this or not, but juveniles can really probably only have one drink and be considered under the influence driving a vehicle. The state legal limit is 0.02 grams of alcohol, which is probably the equivalent of 1 to 2 beers at most. If you drive a commercial vehicle, it's 0.04, and then for adults, it's 0.08 grams or more to be considered under the influence driving. So, like I said, just having the alcohol underage is enough for them to be charged. But if they have 0.02 grams or more, they can get their license suspended and actually charged in juvenile court for driving under the influence. But the big thing is that if kids get alcohol and they get it behind the wheel of a car, they become a danger to themselves and everybody else. And that's those tragedy stories you hear about when, you know, kids in high school and preteens and stuff get alcohol, they get behind the wheel and they get into a fatal car crash. Those are the scenes that I do not want to go to. I'm sure no officer does. No parent wants to get that call that their kid's not coming home. So as adults and parents and community leaders, it's our responsibility to make sure that we do things like this. We make the public aware that alcohol is nothing to joke about with minors. You know, some people may give a little bit of wine to their kids on Thanksgiving or some festive holiday, but it's one of those things you got to be very, very careful with. It's a very slippery slope. You know, if you're a parent and you consume alcohol in the home, you know, what message do you send to your kids? As long as, like he said, you know, moderation. You know, if you are intoxicated and your kid sees that you're intoxicated, they may follow in those footsteps, and that's not a good role model for children. Did anybody have any questions or? Oh, the questions at the end. I'm sorry. Okay. I think that's everything I got to say.
I am happy today to introduce Adoris Gibbs. She's a 9th grade student, and for only being a freshman in high school, she has already committed herself to being a community activist. She is a peer mentor and a member of the Walton County Youth Advocacy Board, and also active in Advantage APP youth team. A very special young lady who has taken her time today to share her beliefs and the importance of being involved in our community.
Well, I'm Adoris. I'm currently at Social Circle High School. I'm here to spread the word about alcohol prevention, and for me it's very important because I actually lost a family member to substance abuse, and so it's very close to my heart, and I want to be able to spread the word to other people so that they know that it's not too early to start prevention and it's not too late to start it all. So I just want to get the word out to everybody, to my peers, and even to those who are already drinking and who are trying to stop but they feel that they're already too deep, that they can't get out. I just want you to know that you can get out. It's never too late. And it's just really important to me for my peers and other people around me to know that you can get out and it's not over yet. So just continue to go on and try to get to where it gets help from someone, and we're here to help, and we're here to be a mentor to everybody, big and small. So thank you. I'm Adoris.
Thank you, Adoris. And with that note, I'd like to introduce Keisha Wallace Patton. She's a nurse and a treatment provider, a graduate of Northwestern University. Keisha has been a nurse for 15 years. She sees clients with developmental disabilities as well as those who need drug and alcohol treatment. Keisha also works at Advantage Behavioral Health Systems. In her day-to-day life, she deals with people of all types and people that have all sorts of needs. She needs to know everything about a patient in order to help them properly. What they don't know about her is she is a wife, a mother of 2, and has 4 grandchildren. Her family and her love for them and their future is what brings her here today to share her experience. The developmental problems that face youth when they make the choice to drink underage.
Hello, everyone. I want to say thank you for letting me be here. I'm honored. This is a good occasion to be at, and I'm not disappointed, but I think that there should be many more people here for this occasion, because there is a teenager and so many more families affected by drinking, underage drinking. This parking lot, this area should be filled, but the next time it will be, because we gotta always get out there. We need more Adorises and all the other children, not children, but young adults that are out here today. We need more of that, and more of people like Renee and all of you others, and OJ and the officer who have taken the time out to come and speak about the effects of alcohol on teens. I'd just like to share some facts on what happens to a teen after drinking or during the drinking process. How does it affect the body? First of all, alcohol is a depressant, which means that it slows down the function of the central nervous system. It actually blocks some of the messages that tries to get to the brain. That this alters a person's perceptions, emotions, movement, vision, and hearing, thus leading to poor decisions, poor judgment, and even death, and sometimes, well, suicide. Why do teens drink? Well, for curiosity, to feel good, to reduce stress, to relax, to fit in, and to feel older sometimes. When large amounts of alcohol are consumed in a short period of time, alcohol poisoning can result. Alcohol poisoning is exactly what it sounds like. The body has become poisoned by large amounts of alcohol. Violent vomiting is usually the first symptom of alcohol poisoning. Extreme sleepiness, unconsciousness, difficulty breathing, dangerously low blood sugars, seizures, and even death may result. Physically, you'll be fatigued, repeated health complaints, red and glazed eyes, and a lasting cough as well. With a family history of substance use disorders, people who are depressed and have low self-esteem, those children or young adults are more likely to partake in underage drinking. But we're here today to discourage that. We're here to say that this is something that we don't have to do, that these things that will happen to us as a result of underage drinking can be permanent and damning to our bodies, to our lives, to our families. And thank God that we have the switch at this age that we can say we have the power to turn it off. I would just like to say thank you for this opportunity, and keep being the wall.
Thank you. That was very well said. Now, I have the privilege of introducing Jared Denmark. He attends Loganville High School and is a huge fan of science. He has traveled throughout Asia and lived in Thailand for 8 years, recently moved to Georgia, and became immediately involved in the Youth Advocacy Board. Jared is also committed to TSA, a program for Technology Students Association. Jared has come here today to talk about the effects of drinking, underage, and how becoming involved gives teens another choice.
Hello, I'm Jared, and I'm here to talk about the effects and why I choose to refrain from alcohol. This summer, I actually got to go to Atlanta to serve the homeless, and I saw that a lot of the people that we were serving have been deeply affected by alcohol and how they were struggling with it. They did not even have any money to buy food, but if they did, they chose to buy alcohol instead. So, I think that it's really important for teens to be aware of this and to stay away from it. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to turn the mic over to Renee, and I think she's got some questions.
If there's anybody out there that has any questions for our panel, feel free to ask. At this time, I'm going to turn to Jared, and I'm going to ask him What is your viewpoint on underage drinking? And why have you decided not to consume alcohol? And why don't you drink?
I don't consume alcohol because I am aware of the consequences, and I know that it's unhealthy and illegal. And
Okay, so you say that's why you don't consume alcohol?
Well, the main reason that I don't consume alcohol is because Jesus Christ, He is my main motivation and leader, and I want to model my life after Him. And another reason why I don't consume alcohol is because I'm a big sister. I'm a big sister to my younger siblings and to the children I'm around on a daily point. And I truly would hate for the children that I see to see me in a negative point. I want the children that I see in the school, I want them to see me in a positive view, to know that, wow, I can be like her without doing alcohol. And I just want to send a positive influence to all the children that I'm around. And that's just children are a big part for my heart. So I would hate to see a child see me in a negative viewpoint and say, I can do that, so I am going to do that. And I just want to stay down a good role for the children that I'm always around. So thank you.
So I guess that will conclude, unless you have any questions, any public people out there that have any questions for our panel. Thank you so much for coming today. And if you want to get a flash mob sign for the yard, you can stop by the table and sign the forms over there, and we'll be happy to let you have them. Thank you.
Hi everyone, it's Jenna Daniel at the UGA Extension Office here in Walton County. Today I'd like to introduce you to our new agricultural agent, Joel Burnshead. We're going to ask a few questions about Joel so you can get to know him a little better. So Joel, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I grew up in a small town in South Georgia outside of Savannah. It's Pembroke, Georgia. I grew up on a small farm, and I have a very diverse agricultural background, and I attended the University of Georgia, graduated with a biology degree, and now I'm here in Extension.
Well, great. Well, we're glad to have you here in Walton County, but you talked a little bit about how you were brought up and maybe your roots in agriculture, but how did you come to have a career in Extension, and what led you on that path?
Well, when I attended the University of Georgia, I worked very closely with Extension agents, and I thought that that was something I would really enjoy. I enjoy helping people in communities throughout Georgia, and it was an ag-related background with the job, and I thought that was something I would really enjoy, and that's the road I took.
Well, great. So now we know a little bit about you. What can the community expect from you in your role at the Extension Office?
Well, being the ag and natural resource agent, I'm here to help the citizens of Walton County with any environmental issues that you may have. And you would be surprised. If you have a question, just call the Walton County Extension Office and ask for me, and I'll be more than glad to help you if I can. If not, then we can get you in contact with the resources that you need.
Sounds great. Well, we're glad to have you here in Walton County, Joel, and if you have any questions about the Ag and Natural Resource Program here at the Walton County Extension Office, feel free to give us a call. Our number is 770-267-1324.
Good morning. Thank you for watching. I'm Dina Huff, Executive Director for the Partnership for Families, Children, and Youth. And today I come to Monroe Area High School, where I graduated many years ago, to visit with my friends here so we can give you some information about the exciting things that's going on around the school here at Monroe and some of the important events that we have coming up next week. So I would like to introduce my guest here, Assistant Principal Mr. Williford and Kathy Ellington, which is the Title I Parent Involvement Coordinator here from Monroe and many other schools, and I will let her explain that to you in just a moment. But we'll start with Kathy and let her tell you about what she has going on here at Monroe area.
Hi, I'm Kathy Ellington, and I actually have 4 schools this year. I have Walnut Grove High School, Youth Middle School, Walnut Grove Elementary, and Monroe Area High School. This is my 2nd year at Monroe Area High School, and I try to help get parents more involved at the school, and I also help with the Title I documentation and making sure the school's compliant with Title I guidelines. And one of the things I wanted to mention to you is that we have a parent resource center when you first come in the front doors, and most of the other schools that are Title I schools, they also have parent resource centers to get parents information if they need it. We also have a computer lab available in the front office that if parents need access to a computer and they want to come in, we can help them go online and check their students' grades and assignments and things like that. So I want to encourage parents to come to some of the upcoming parent event and things that we have going on. The more involved that you are at the school with your student, the more successful your student will be. So,
Kathy, and I know sometimes computers can be very intimidating, especially logging on to a parent site or something like that to check your kid's grades. So would there be someone available to help a parent log in or show them or guide them through that instruction on getting
definitely,
on the
yes.
Good. Okay.
And we encourage you also to check our website all through the school year. Everything that we do at the school is on the website. So
good. Okay. All right. Your turn.
Sure. This is my 15th year here. I'm assistant principal. Started off as a teacher, and now I'm an assistant principal here at Monroe High School. My name is Brad Williford. Very happy to be here. We got a lot of great things going on. First up, next week on Tuesday, we have 2 big events for the county that we're facilitating here at Monroe High School. The first one is the Senior Pro Fair. We'll have about 70 or more colleges and universities represented, and they'll be in the gym. And all 6 high schools in the county, public and private, will rotate through here. And so they'll come into our building, see the colleges in their designated time slot, and they'll return back to their home school. At the same time, working with the chamber, the county chamber, and CIS with Angela Yarman, we have a career fair expo taking place up here in our building, and that's going to be for juniors, again, from all 6 high schools, public and private, for them to interact with different businesses. And the last count was about 30 different businesses or career areas, and still trying to finalize a few more, and we're hoping to get up to 50, where the students can then ask questions to people who work in those areas, like what does it take to do that job, what kind of college education do I need. So that's on Tuesday. On Thursday, we have our curriculum night. We're going to have some math teachers. They put together a presentation about the new math curriculum and what it looks like and how parents can help their students. It might have been a long time since the parents were in a math class, but at least point them online where they can go, or some ideas to help out the student. We'll also have our media specialist, Sarah Sapinski, who is our current reigning teacher of the year. She will help parents understand the technology we're using through the eSmart program, where all the high school students in Walton County have an iPad funded through the e-laws, and we're going to a 2nd year of it. So we learned a lot last year. We're still learning some lessons of how do we best empower students to leverage this technology into something to help them be successful. How do we help teachers use this as a platform to help students be successful? And then how do parents, how could they support their student and keep them on track? And then we'll also have another presentation by our 3 counselors, Kim Brown, Dwayne Wiggins, and Stacy Cook, who will talk about graduation requirements, talk about hope, changes in the hope requirements, and things of that nature. So we're very excited about that. And that's going to be from 3:30 to 6:30 on the Thursday, September 11th. And we're going to repeat those sessions. So we'll do a math and technology session early. Then we'll have the counselors go about 4:30 or 5, and then we'll repeat the math and technology sessions again. So that way people can either come early or they can come halfway through, and they'll be able to get all the information. And following that at 6:30, this is where Kathy and I have been working on, is we're going to have our Title I annual parent meeting, where we sit down with the parents in the auditorium, and we encourage all parents, students, staff members, whoever would like to come to learn more about Monroe High School, what Title I means, how we use it here, and then the services, the support that we have funding for through Title I to best support kids to be successful academically. And we'll present our school-wide improvement plan, we'll present our parent compact, our parent involvement plan, and just ways that we try to keep the parents and the students and the staff all on the same page, aligned to the same goal of having that child graduate and then move on to bigger and better things after high school.
Right. Now the workshops that the counselors are putting together, is that for juniors and seniors? You may have said that.
It's for all grade levels. They'll talk about graduation requirements. Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
Okay.
And because even though people may not really think about the whole scholarship to the junior senior year, but the freshman year they need to be aware of the changes in the rigor classes they have to have. They have to have several, depending on what year group they're in. What graduation year group they're in, how many rigorous classes they have to have, which foreign language, the second and third, fourth foreign languages count, chemistry and physics count. So a lot of kids will have those classes already, but just to make the parents aware to ensure that they have those classes. And also that Hope Scholarship of old that paid for a lot is not how it is anymore. There's different Hope levels. You have the Zell Miller Hope, which pays for students who achieve a certain academic and college entrance exam level where they have their tuition paid for. But for the regular Hope that most students get, it is a prorated amount. Somewhere between 80 and 85% of the tuition is covered. So it's not all of it. So there's still some gaps that have to be met by other financial means. And then there's another tier that a lot of students aren't always aware of till towards the end, and parents may not be aware that it's called the Hope Grant. And this will pay for high school graduates to go to a technical college. One of the Georgia technical colleges, like for us, would be Athens Tech in the local area, or if they want to go further away to Gwinnett Tech or Lanier Tech, it'll pay for 2 years worth of classes there, as long as they keep passing classes and make adequate academic progress, meaning not failing classes, essentially.
Well, that's wonderful, because I mean, we were talking about the logging onto the computer being intimidating for the parents. You know, when you're helping your child prepare for college and filling out all that paperwork and just exploring their options, it's frustrating. So it is fabulous that y'all are putting a program together to help the parents.
And we recognize that we have, like a lot of schools around the state, we have some kids who have older siblings or parents that went to college, so they're more familiar with the process. But we also have a good portion of our students who are going to be first generation college.
Right.
So we set up programs for them. We have some very targeted groups like Upward Bound, sponsored by Georgia Perimeter College, that works with a couple dozen students. We have we do the Pro Fair and the Career Fair to help promote that. We also, on November 6th, we're going to host a Georgia Apply to College event. We've done this will be our 4th or 5th year doing this, where a couple college representatives will come in and they will sit down and assist students go through the online application process, going through Georgia College 401, and help them out. And we will also have a, like we do every year after we come back from winter break in January, February, we'll do a FAFSA night where parents can come in, learn about the federal application for financial aid. We'll have a representative from the Georgia Student Finance Commission who will help talk about Hope and the paperwork and the process with that. So we try to make those available. And last year for our FAFSA night, we had about 50 of our students represented by one or more family members. So we felt like out of just over 200 graduates that we had, 25% of them represented. We felt like that was a really good thing.
Oh, great turnout! Yes.
Yeah. So we're always trying to. One thing we do here is, yes, we do the day-to-day operations of giving the kids lunch, putting them on the bus, delivering high-quality instruction, but also trying to help them make that transition from high school to their post-secondary choice, be it going into the military, going to the workforce after some kind of certificate or credentialing program, going to a 2-year, 4-year school, whatever it is, we try to make them aware of the pathway to get there.
Well, that's fascinating. You provide this opportunity for the parents, so I hope, the parents that are watching today will take advantage of this time and come out and learn all that they can, because it's a wealth of information.
It is a lot.
And it's very nice of y'all to offer this to your families in Walton County.
Well, I also encourage parents to go on the district website, the Walton County School website, because there's a lot of district classes and things that are offered throughout the year also for parents. There's also the CLIP meetings that we want parents to come to, and at those meetings, which we're doing twice this year, they actually have someone speaking from every department of the county as far as the school system goes, and you'll really learn a lot about what's going on in the schools, and we ask for parent input. So just check the district website for dates on things. We also have some EL parent nights coming up to try to reach some of the families in the community in the EL area. We have interpreters that speak Spanish that are there also, where we kind of walk through and teach them about being involved in the schools and try to get them involved in the schools. So those are also on the district website.
Great. So a lot going on here at Monroe.
There's always a lot. And definitely have to give a plug for our first home football game this Friday night, taking on Walnut Grove. We're excited about opening a new season here in the stadium with our new coach. We're waiting to see how the team's going to look. All of our fall sports are in full swing with volleyball and softball and cross country and competitive cheerleading. And a lot of our student organizations, like our engineering program, which has won 5 of the last 6 state titles, they've already started up getting prepared for their different competitions through the year. And so we're excited about that, and we have a new band director this year, so we'll have to see how the halftime show looks. So we have a lot going on.
Yeah, good. This is great information, and I wasn't going to forget our Purple Hurricanes.
Yeah.
So, the football, all of the sports teams, we have to cheer them on and wish them luck for this entire season. And I know sports are always changing. We'll have football, we'll have the fall sports, and then we'll have the spring sports. So, best of luck to you all for the staff and keeping the kids calm during the class time, and then so they can get out and release all that energy on the field. So we do wish you all best of luck in your workshops and on the field. So anything else you'd like to share?
Just a reminder about the parent opportunities next Thursday on September 11th from 3:30 to 6:30. We'll come in and learn a lot of good information about the school and how we can all be aligned to help students be successful.
So heads up, put in your leave time at work so you can be here at Monroe area at 3:30 next Thursday.
And progress reports go home that day too.
Oh, yes.
Oh, fun.
Progress reports.
Check your students' progress reports.
Oh, great.
Progress reports go home Thursday for us.
Maybe you need to come to the meeting and then go home and see the progress report.
Yes,
No, I'm just teasing. I'm sure they will all be
They'll all
great.
be straight A's and
straight
everything.
A's.
We're positive.
Okay, good. Well, thank you both for being my guests
thank you
this
for having
morning.
us.
And if you have questions for us at the partnership, or you ever need any resources or information about Walton County, please feel free to give us a call at 770-207-6060. And as always, thank you for watching.
Hello Walton County, this is Kevin Little with the Chairman's Report, Channel 16, Walton Entertainment. Today I'll talk to you a little bit about jobs and economic development and what we have going on here in the county. Hitachi opened their new facility about a month and a half ago out there. They're still hiring and employing. There's a lot of good jobs there in a controlled environment, so if you're looking for positions, give them a call. A lot of the local businesses around town are looking for positions, so we have a lot of jobs here, and the update on the old Angel Food building is our Economic Development Director, Shane Short's been in negotiations. We've been trying to get that for Walton County Economic Development, and we're very close. We had a lot of hoops we had to jump through for the federal government because Mr. Wingo, when he owned Angel Food Ministries, they took some federal grants and federal money out there, and so with federal money involved, you have to satisfy their checklist before you can get the building. But so we're very very close to having that building. Probably will have it by the end of August, and we have 2 or 3 prospects that's looking to come in and take that building and a good bit of the land right around there. And so it's exciting to have, and it's always been good for me here in Walton County. Growing up here, there wasn't a lot of jobs, and as time has grown on, when the Board of Commissioners and Development Authority hired Nancy Kinsey, and with Rick Holder as chairman, they was able to bring Walmart distribution and started building jobs for the future and building for Walton County. And we're beginning to get some of that benefit here. Walmart distribution is now totally on the tax roll. They're not, all the abatements are off, and so it's exciting to have that. But jobs is my big concern. You know, every month we roll out a unemployment rate in Walton County is very high. And I don't understand that, because there are a lot of jobs in Walton County, and people, for some reason or another, are not interested in taking those jobs, and that concerns me. But we're continuing to bring jobs here. Shane Short and Terry Womack over at the Chamber and Economic Development Authority are doing a great job, and as time goes on, we're going to continue to bring more and more jobs to Walton County. So there's no excuse for you not to have a job. Go to Athens Tech, get your work ready, and get ready to go. They'll hire you right on and train you where you're at, and you can learn a lot and bring in and be a good citizen here in Walton County. And so that's something exciting, that we are a county that offers jobs. I'm chair of the Northeast Georgia Regional Commission, and there's 12 counties there, and Walton, Newton, Barra, and Jackson are about the only counties in that region that are bringing in jobs and have a lot of jobs. So be proud of what we got, and be out here looking, and we're going to continue to bring new ones. And if you have any questions or concerns, give me a call at 770-267-1316. Thank you.
Hello, this is Jody Johnson. I'm here with the Recreation Report. Happy to say our fall sports are up and running, going well. All of our football teams are playing on mostly Mondays and Tuesday nights. If you'd like to come watch one of our youth games on Monday or Tuesday, they're at Felker Park, which is on South Madison Avenue. We have ages 5 and 6 through 11 and 12s. They do play Monday, Tuesday, and some Thursdays. And then we have a couple of Saturdays that we play for homecoming in our past jamboree. Our baseball program is also doing real well. They're participating now on Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays as well. Mostly Tuesdays playing at Criswell, and then at West Walton they play practically every day, since about 50% of our youth play out of the West Walton area. Also, our soccer season has started, and they will start playing all during the week and Saturdays, and a few Sundays. Some of our teams travel to play some of our more elite programs. I also want to let you know about our basketball registrations coming up September 13th through the 20th, and you can register at Felker Park there at on South Madison Avenue. It's right near the old Fish building. If you haven't been there, we also have our membership. It's time to renew, since July 1st is when we start our new memberships at Felker Park. It's $2 per week for family, and that's prorated to usually $104 for the year. I think it's a little less than that now, since we're a little past July, we're into September, so it's probably in the mid-90s now, around $90 a month. So go by and register for your family to be a member at Felker Park and try to get in shape this year. I know our last show we talked about hydration, and we talked about concussions. And luckily we haven't, knock on wood, we haven't had any of those type of injuries in our program so far this year. Hopefully some of the programs that we're instilling, some of the heads-up tackling programs, and just the concussion awareness is really helping us keeping that from happening. We also have some of the best equipment that they offer for our youth to wear. So normally our kids are real healthy and learn the proper techniques to keep that from happening. But please come by and register for our basketball program. We have a little over 1,000 kids participate in our basketball program last year, and after the 20th we have limited spots available for anybody that wants to play. I know each year we have people that call up and say, well, I forgot, or I was out of town. Well, if you know that, go ahead and contact our office in advance. You can go online and get any of our phone numbers at waltoncountyga.gov. We have a brand new website. Hopefully it's easier to use. We also have a rec announce that you can go to and get all these type of announcements in advance. And that's on waltoncountyga.gov. You can register for that. The cost of our recreation program is $60 for our basketball program. The out-of-county residents, again, are $120 because of the tax issues. And again, the locations to register, if you want to play out of Loganville, you would register at the West Walton office. For the Monroe area, Central Walton, and for the South Walton area is at our South Walton Park location. Cost is $60 for those participants ages 5 all the way up to age 18. And we have a huge boys 15 to 18-year-old program, believe it or not. We have, last year I think 8 or 9 teams in the 15 to 18-year-old program. So if you're someone that wants to play basketball, you're in high school, it's a great place to play. We'll also have our adult league that'll start up. Usually starts up around January, February area. That's just generally when our youth are finished up playing, and then the gyms are available, so we'll have our adult leagues then. So again, we have our fitness centers available. Come join. We have a lot of activities going on at the Recreation Department. We continue to strive to get something for everyone ages 4 to 100, if you'd like to. While I'm mentioning that, with our seniors, we're averaging over 100 seniors a day at our senior fitness programs. That's an absolutely free program to go to one of our community centers. They're Monday and Tuesday, Thursday and Friday. We have senior fitness programs. Valerie Ermetz teaches that class, and they dance to some of the oldies and some of the new music out there, and they really have a good time. They fellowship, and again, that program has grown to, I think sometimes I see over 120 at our locations. The parking lots are full. I can always tell when senior aerobics is going on because there's not a parking place to be had at the location. It's really great to see all the seniors, and we keep getting great reviews from our seniors that are going to that program, and they start out and they're a little not really sure if they're about themselves wanting to do the program or not, and now some of them you can't pry them away. They go every day. They travel to wherever the program is, so and they're getting in shape, and we're hearing that the cholesterol is going down, and they're able to get mobile, and then the families of those parents are coming to me and saying what a great program it is. It's getting them out of the house, something to do. So if you know someone in that situation, go to our website, find out the location nearest you for our senior aerobics program. And again, do it at your own pace, or just sit in the chair and watch. Again, that's recreation too. So go to our website at waltoncountyga.gov. And if you have any suggestions, you can always contact me, and we'd like to provide for you as well. So until next time, thank you very much.
Hey there, we're going to show you some of the dogs and cats available here at Walton County Animal Control Shelter. But first, we want to let you know about some upcoming discounted vaccine clinics and spay-neuter clinics that are coming up. It's a great opportunity to take advantage of. The Atlanta Humane Society is going to be back in Walton County again on September 10th and September 11th. And these are for $35 spays and neuters. You really can't beat that, just $35. And then as usual at Tractor Supply in Monroe, there's the twice a month clinics that they have for discounted vaccines. And those next ones are September 6th and September 20th from noon to 2 p.m. And you can get a full range of vaccines for your pet dog or cat at a discounted price. So no reason to skip on that, especially the $35 spay neuter. Go ahead and take advantage of that. You can find more info at atlantahumane.org or by calling the shelter, and we'll give you some details. And now we'll show you some of the dogs and cats that are available for adoption.
Male, very sweet. She's purring as I'm talking. We do have other kitties too. Of course, it is time for kittens. She is up for adoption, and we have several others also.
This little black lab mixed puppy, he's probably about 3 or 4 months old. He's got a great little attitude, and he's ready to come home with you and play with the kids and all the other dogs and pets in the household.
This is Princess. She is about a 3-year-old Pomeranian mix. She's very sweet. Needs a little grooming. She wants to get out and play. Needs a good home.